I'm going to be putting an article in this week's newsletter that you might want to read, and I'll just kind of run it down real fast. Alex was kind enough to send it to me. It was in the Colorado Springs Gazette. And apparently the guy ran a couple of editorials on a bar that had not paid their BMI licenses. You saw that? Yeah. So apparently she paid her ASCAP and CSAC, and but somehow the other just kind of managed to forget about paying BMI. Well, BMI comes in one night. You know, these people do come around and check these places out, and found that they were running karaoke, and of course somebody singing BMI songs, and so it went to her owing like $1,200 in back fees, up to a $21,000 fine. Now, I thought the guy kind of explained it good. Did you think he explained it real well?
I was going to ask if she got a warning. That was my only question.
Well, she said that she got a bill saying she thought she owed $1,200. BMI sent a bill saying she owed $8,000. And she said, I want an accounting of that, because that doesn't match my records. And she apparently had shut down for a while and then opened in a new place. I don't know if BMI was charging her the fees while she was shut down. And that might be where some of the discrepancy was, is that, you know, maybe she felt that while she wasn't even in business, she shouldn't have been paying fees. Frankly, I would agree with that. And then the next thing you know, she said she didn't get an accounting, and then BMI said that she owed $12,000. And she said, whoa, 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 I don't have $12,000. And they said, fine, then we'll just slap you with a $21,000 fine plus the $12,000 in back BMI payments. So I didn't exactly understand if they had resolved this or not. Did you get that, Alex, whether or not they had resolved it?
I didn't think they had.
Yeah, I thought they were kind of up in the air on it yet. The dumb thing is you should read the comments afterwards. You can tell, A, there's a lot of people out there who kind of are really sticking their nose in where it doesn't belong, but they have no idea of how the music business works. A. B, what's really upsetting is the number of musicians sticking their nose in who have no idea of how this works, you know? And it's like, I wanted to strangle some of those people and go, you know, you need to find out really what the big deal is here, you know, because they're going off, well, she didn't pay the bands. No, that's not what the problem was. The problem was she didn't pay the BMI license. The BMI license pays the writers of the songs royalties. And so when you're over there doing karaoke and you're singing Andy's song, Andy isn't getting paid for your right to use that song. You're not getting paid anyway?
Yes.
And I think BMI was the first one to start it, really. They were trying to be fair. The government came along a few years ago and said, you know, you guys are supposed to be non-profit organizations. CSAC is a private-owned profit-making organization. BMI and ASCAP are supposed to be non-profit organizations. That doesn't mean your CEO can't get paid $500,000 a year. But basically, that money was supposed to be going back to the writers of the songs. Well, so Madonna and Michael Jackson and all them, they knew about, and they were getting royalties, and then the rest of this money is just piling up and piling up and piling up. So the government come along and said, you've got to figure out some way to give that money to other songwriters. So BMI came up with a plan that if you're registered with BMI and you register your songs with them, and then you go somewhere and you play those songs, if you let them know that you played those songs or that somebody else played them, then BMI actually pays you royalties. So, and ASCAP has worked out a very similar program. Is that right, Andy? Close enough? Okay. So the writers of the songs get paid. So what happened was, by this lady not paying the BMI licenses, then they weren't collecting money from her to pay the writers of the songs that they were using for the karaoke. You follow me?
Is there any reason why she didn't take BMI and the other two?